Right. Camera's probably a bit too close, but look, car's switched off, no laws being broken. Yeah. So this video seems to have generated a lot of mixed perspectives, which is completely fine. As I said, the video was mine and it was my perspective because someone asked me what my opinion was. And you guys are completely entitled to your own opinion. So I'll just highlight that there's a few sort of perspectives going around. One, they agree with me. It pays, it's not financially worthwhile. The thing is, when you word it like that, it does sound pretty harsh. But yeah, they're probably in the same boat as me. Secondly, people think we're paid well, which, yeah, we are paid well, but I'm talking about finances in a different light. So yeah, they've got that perspective. And then lastly, some people have the opinion that you cannot be financially worthwhile as an employee. You have to have a business. So I just want to bring to attention this individual's comment. And again, to some extent, I do agree. You need to have a business. Now, this individual's gone on to sort of, it's difficult to say, which is, I don't really like comments because you can't really tell people's intonation, the body language, the communication. You don't really know if they're trying to insult you. I won't take it as an insult. But it seems like this individual is questioning my morals here. So I said I don't want to take a loan out because there's interest and it conflicts with my religious values. So yes, I do agree that having a business is likely to lead you to some level of financial freedom if it's successful, Insha Allah. But at what cost? I won't take a loan to... Now, I don't want to sound more righteous and more pious than I am. No, definitely not. But I will not take a loan out. That is not a necessity. And I think taking a business loan out on interest, because like nowadays, the reason why we're talking about loans is because inflation, everything's so expensive. If you were a boomer back in the days, you could work as a milkman and have 3 houses. I have evidence of that, okay? I have evidence of people that have done that, right? On like a milkman salary. Now, no disrespect to milkmen, but you don't need any qualifications really. You just do the training on the job. But yeah, the business loans. So most of them require interest, and the startup costs for optometry practice, an optometric and ophthalmic setup is expensive. You're probably talking 6 figures, yeah? Or if you have to buy out someone else's practice, you might be lucky to get a bargain. But in most cases, you need an interest loan. So this guy's asking me how I paid for university. And I'm not saying it struck a nerve, but brother, like, alhamdulillah, by God's grace, I have no debt. I paid for it myself. Yes, the Welsh government does give a little bit towards it, but there's still a few grand per year you have to pay for, and you've got living expenses. But this is what people don't understand. If you think that I'm a spendthrift, yeah, I take care of myself, alhamdulillah. My wife probably might think a bit too much, but I think it's part of conducting yourself as a Muslim. Your appearance is very important. So I do spend money on clothes and that sort of stuff, but that's now. But previously, when I was in uni, how did I pay for these things? I was working. It's an arduous, formidable course. Most people don't work. But yeah, okay, I was living at home, and that is a decision I made because we don't need social lives when we're in university. From a young age, our parents were like, you need to study, you need to do this and that. And to get into Cardiff University is tough, it's competitive, but we get in there and we do what we can so that we can keep our costs to a minimum. And this is one thing that almost broke me actually, because I remember my mum said to me, well, it was towards 2nd and 3rd year, where I actually had no peas, like no bread. And I was like, what am I gonna do? For the job I'm doing is not paying enough. It's like, one weekend, 1 or 2, and there's more work that needs to be done. I can't commit too much time to working. So I was like, bro, I don't know what to do. And I went on to the student finance wales. I was like, you know what, I've had enough student finance wales. I'm gonna apply for the loan for this year. And I actually needed consent from my mum for some reason. So I sent the application to her and she said no. My mum, alhamdulillah, may Allah bless her, was very strict on this. We don't deal with interest. And she said no. And I was so frustrated. And forgive me for my impatience. I was frustrated. I was like, what am I gonna do then? Who's gonna pay for this? How am I gonna pay for this? Do you see what I mean? And I'm this close to finishing off the course, and I don't really want to stress about that. Finances is stressful. And you know what? Like after hardship comes ease. I thought, it's gonna get more difficult. I have no peas. What am I gonna do? But Job Shop, which is the university job shop, they had jobs and they were paying really well. And there were some which I was doing. I was getting paid £25, £30 an hour, and they were very, very easy. And I had a few of those. I was like, alhamdulillah, that was it, man. Like, God made the path easy for me. So yes, inshallah, when the time is right, I would like to open up a practice. I don't want to sort of blurt out when, I don't know, but I don't have the finance for it right now. And I don't think taking a loan out to sort of get that financial freedom is an essential. So I don't think it necessitates. It's not darura. It's not permissible for me to take an interest-based loan. If someone wants to give me a non-interest-based loan, please, I would appreciate that. Thank you very much, and I would kickstart things, and I would probably look into starting a business. But yeah, that's just something I wanted to address about this particular comment here. So yeah, no, I don't waste money, and if I think the course is not financially worthwhile, it's for me. You take it with a pinch of salt. You're more than welcome to go ahead and do it, and you might think it's perfectly financially feasible, because financially viable, because like I said, you know, you live in a rural area somewhere in Wales or Scotland, really far away in the sticks, and your cost of living is still low. And then yeah, it'll be perfect for you. You can save money, and you can do with it what you please. But yeah, that is my perspective on it. Sorry it had to be quite long, but I was like, it's getting a bit, I can't really explain that in one message. You got character limitations.